Gering Senator John Stinner says the state coffers are in great shape during a speaking engagement with the Scottsbluff Gering Rotary Club. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the chair of the Nebraska Legislature's Appropriations Committee says the ending balance in the state's checkbook at the end of the current fiscal year will be eye-popping for many. Yesterday, Gering Senator John Stinner told the Scottsbluff Gering Rotary Club that incoming revenue has done wonders and will end its spending year 15.3% higher than the last fiscal year.
But the key is, and I'm trying to impose this in the minds of fellow legislators, 5% are a normal growth pattern. So I'm saying the rest of that 10%, 10.3% is really due to stimulus. So one-time money for spending or putting in reserve.
Stinner says that means the cash reserve fund will have $997 million when the new fiscal year begins, but fellow lawmakers need to understand the legislature has already made some spending commitments that will draw on that figure next session. He also says there are potential pitfalls down the road, including inflation and an aging population, especially those in the Medicaid system. Well, sentencing has been delayed for a local businessman convicted on several charges stemming from a Nebraska State Patrol bootlegging operation. Back in May, 59-year-old Kuldip Chima Singh was found guilty by a jury on 4 counts of evading or attempting to evade liquor tax and 4 counts of acquiring liquor from other than a licensed dealer. Sentencing had originally been set for July 7th on the 8 misdemeanors, but a continuance was granted to push it back to August 4th. He could face up to 2 years in jail if given the maximum incarceration, as well as up to $6,000 in fines and possible sanctions from the Nebraska Liquor Control Commission. Well, coming up after the break, some powerful storms last night. Any more in the mix? Bill Boyer's got your midweek forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, you don't have to be like a tortoise and carry your home on your back. They have mortgage experts that can help you finance the home that's perfect for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer looking for your next home or simply want to refinance the home you're in, the experienced lenders at Platte Valley Bank are there to help. Contact them at pvbank.com or call and visit with one of the mortgage experts to take advantage of great rates at Platte Valley Bank.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with some scattered storms around mainly early. Can't rule out one late tonight, but coverage should be scattered at best across the area. So don't be surprised to see a couple of those. Turning warmer tomorrow with only isolated storms expected and really no widespread precip as we get hotter for most of the next 7 days in our forecast. 92 yesterday after a morning low of 63. And how about this? For some moisture, we certainly needed it. An inch 17 yesterday in Scottsbluff. That mostly coming from the last night rain activity. Puts us at an inch 26 now at the airport, a half an inch above normal. Still about 8/10 shy for the year. That cool front, you can see where it's pushed through here, off to the south and east of us. 70s and 80s here across our area. 80s in the eastern portions of the state. 78 in Ogallala, 77 Valentine, 80 right now in Scotts Bluff. Winds easterly, northeasterly at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Severe weather threat tonight, well off to our north and east. Far eastern portions of Nebraska could see a slight risk of a severe storm. That pushes even further away, as you can see way down there in the corner. Tomorrow and Friday, we're going to dry out a bit as well. We don't expect to see a lot of storms. We have a couple scattered across the area here now. Put forecast in motion. Those move out. Should be a quieter night tonight as the thunderstorms die off after dark. Clearing skies as we get towards sunrise, and temperatures in the 50s and 60s for tomorrow, or overnight for lows. Now tomorrow we're going to start the day with a lot of sun out there, and we're going to have just partly cloudy skies as we go through the afternoon. A few high-level clouds. Still have enough instability around that we can't rule out an isolated storm or two. They're going to be very widely scattered, though, at best tomorrow across the region. I think there'll be a lesser coverage tomorrow, even than there was today. High temperatures, 79 in Cheyenne, mostly 80s, back to near 90 here for us in Scotts Bluff as well. In precip, you can see just isolated activity, but enough that it's going to produce a few hit or miss pockets. Now, this particular forecast model showing another 1.3 inches for Scotts Bluff. Whether that happens or not is going to depend on if you get underneath one of those storms. Certainly could see some areas pick up an inch, 1.5 inches, while neighboring communities get nothing out of it. So that's what's important to look at there as we check out the available moisture. 61 tonight with scattered thunderstorms. Tomorrow, how about partly cloudy skies? We'll be near 90, a bit warmer out there, and then we turn hot again as we start Friday and go all the way through Wednesday of next week. Temperatures low to mid 90s all the way through there. Thunderstorm chances continue around Friday, Saturday, about a 15, 20, 25% chance of that. A little drier Sunday into Monday, and then early next week, it looks like we'll be dry here across the area as well.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scotts Bluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Welcome back. Governor Pete Ricketts will be in the Panhandle later this week as part of a series of town halls across the state to discuss health education standards under development by the state education department. Ricketts is opposed to some of the human growth and development standards as originally outlined, especially those on sex education, which are not required by state law. Ricketts calls the standards shocking, with some topics are just not age appropriate, and is encouraging parents and others to read the standards themselves at education.ne.gov. The governor's Protect Our Schools and Kids town halls will be at the Gehring Civic Center on Thursday starting at 11:30 in the morning. Well, new COVID-19 cases per day in the U.S. have doubled over the past 3 weeks, driven by the fast-spreading Delta variant, lagging vaccination rates, and 4th of July gatherings. Scottsbluff County Health Director Paulette Schnell says the Delta variant is here in the Panhandle as well.
What we have seen this last week in Scottsbluff County is a spike in cases. We've had over 20 cases in the last week. Some of this could be related to some of the 4th of July gatherings that we might have seen, but others is just, travel too, I think, in the summer. And these if they're hospitalized or severe illness, they do get tested to see if they are the Delta variant, and some of those we're waiting to hear back on. But it is a definite spike in the number of cases for Scottsbluff County and for the Panhandle.
She says about only 1/3 of the Panhandle is fully vaccinated, but says there are still plenty of opportunities to get vaccinated with daily clinics available at either the Gering Kaplan Health Center or the Scottsbluff County Immunization Clinic. And a state lawmaker from Omaha has announced he will run in the Democratic primary for Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District. Senator Tony Vargas said in an announcement on Tuesday that he will seek the party's nomination to challenge incumbent U.S. Congressman Don Bacon, a 3-term Republican in the district that includes Omaha and parts of its suburbs. Vargas said Tuesday his focus will be on meeting the needs of working families, including access to affordable, quality health care, living wages, and better education. Vargas is a former public schools teacher and one-time member of the Omaha Public School Board, who was re-elected to a 2nd term in the legislature back in 2020. Bacon has already said he will seek re-election to a 4th term in 2022. Well, straight ahead, we will head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. You'll meet Marmaduke in just 90 seconds.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different. In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say, often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Marmaduke, a 2-year-old German Shepherd mix that has a whole lot of love to give.
Well, Marmaduke is a very special case. She is iffy around strangers. She's one that likes to see your face a couple of times before she can trust you. But she is such a sweet dog when she does. She likes to lay in the grass, and she likes to pretty much just be all over you. I have had her in training for this last week, and she has done tremendous progress. She is way better with strangers now than she was even a week ago. She's been here for almost 3 weeks, and we're starting to get there. She's getting a lot better. She likes to play tug of war. She's a bit of a diva, so she likes to be the only dog in the house, but she will be friends with other dogs. So if you have friends with other dogs, she's fine with that. She just likes to be the only dog in-house because she gets very jealous. Her adoption cost is $150, and it includes a free microchip. She comes fully vaccinated. She's already spayed, and she's already dewormed and all of that.
Plus, whoever adopts Marmaduke will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling her right away. Well, still to come, big news from the United Way and this year's Duck Draw. We'll have that story in just a little bit.
to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com. If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success, combined with resources from Raymond James, can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, Financial Advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation pre-retirement review.
Finally tonight, the United Way of Western Nebraska will be hosting their 24th annual Duck event presented by Team Auto Center on September 18th. This year's top prize include a 2021 Toyota RAV4 and a 2021 Honda Pioneer 500 side-by-side. Special events coordinator Jill Allen says this year will feature more prizes than ever.
The exciting news is we have 10 more prizes than we usually do. We actually have 40 prizes we're giving away this year. And the first 19 of them are $200 and more in value, and the rest of them are great value too, and they're wonderful prizes.
Ducks are officially on sale now and can be purchased at Team Auto Center, First State Bank, Scottsbluff's Main Street Market, and the United Way office on Broadway. This event in September will be a fun, family-friendly festival with games, food, and music at the 18th Street Downtown Plaza starting at 9 a.m. September 18th, with ducks being drawn at 10:30. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.